So you know, recently we built this huge enclosure, double enclosure, because we have one enclosure on top and one enclosure on the bottom. And today we will actually be setting up this top one, the one that is going to house Despacito. You see, I have his old wood pieces ready, also corkbark pieces. I got some new plants that are suitable for bearded dragons. I'm hoping that I will be able to maintain them, to keep them alive this time, because if you remember, I added aloe vera in his old enclosure, but in there it was surviving, but barely. This time I will have more light inside, so hopefully that will fix the problem. For the substrate, I already talked about that. I will be using, I have it a lot here, the excavator clay, because that enables me to shape the enclosure or whatever, however I like. You know, I have the excavator clay inside of the Thor's enclosure right here. So that is that stuff, you see. All of that is excavator clay, and once it dries, it is actually really hard. And those rocks on the background, they are all being held together with excavator clay. So that is one really cool material for the enclosures like this one. Also, because of the clay, the look of the enclosure, it will be kind of similar to his first original enclosure, where inside I had dirt, and that also gets really hard, but there is one downside of it. As Despacito is walking across it, he's actually scratching it with his nails, and therefore creating a lot of dust, and dust is really nasty and not nice. So from what I noticed, the excavator clay, it doesn't do that, it doesn't create any dust, so that is why this time I will be using the excavator clay. Without any further talk, let's mix excavator clay with the water. Therefore we get it in nice pasty consistency that enables us to mold the enclosure, the bottom of the enclosure, and also to fixate all the wood pieces and make holes for future plants, because plants won't be planted in the excavator clay. Of course, they wouldn't survive that, but I will actually make like some sort of holes where I will put regular substrate, regular dirt, regular potting soil with some sort of drainage, and therefore the plants should be able to survive. So let's mix the excavator clay. There is a certain ratio of water and excavator clay, so I need to check that out first. 0.7 liters on the entire bag, so that means 2 liters of water should be enough for 3 bags, a little bit less. Currently there's dust, but once it dries, there won't be any. Now comes the water. Okay, currently it looks like we need more water, but let's mix it up first. I definitely need more water. Be right back. Here it comes. That was roughly 1 additional liter, and by the looks of it, I definitely need even more. I will add everything. This means that I added 4 liters of water in total for 3 bags of excavator clay. And by the looks of it, it seems that this is the desired consistency, at least for me, because you can just take it like this and create shapes, the desired shapes, and fix the stuff around it and whatever you like. It is nice and sticky, and once it dries, it is hard as a rock, almost as a rock. So firstly, I need to remove the stuff from the enclosure and just leave this and this, because these are going to be the first pieces that I will be aligning somewhere in the enclosure. I don't need this for now, and I definitely don't need this huge part. All right, and plants, they can actually just stand here. Oops, oh no. Now they won't be in the way. I actually need this wood to put under this. This is the desired position, I think. Let me just check how far it will be from the light fixture. Yeah, almost ideal. Now we can start with fixing the stuff with the excavator clay. Firstly, I want to roughly fix everything, and then later on we can add more details to it. I mean, I can be more detailed with it. For now, I just want everything to be held in place, and sorry about the shitty angles that I can currently give you. I don't have a lot of places to maneuver the camera around. Now you see everything is being held in place. And I also added these two corkbark tubes. They will be for the plants. I will also cover them with the excavator clay together with the rest of the enclosure. Now I need to fill everything. That will be one time lapse. Alright, I'm really satisfied with the current progress, you see? All nice and looking good, but I just realized that I forgot to add this wood part, this wood piece, so I need to put it somewhere and I need 2 hands for that. And also I realized that removing this door was also a bad idea. I don't know what I was thinking by leaving them over there. So where exactly do I want this? I want to make it interesting. This certainly is interesting, but I don't know if that's the look that I'm going for. It's kinda in the way of everything. Let me think for a little bit. Is that it? What do you say? I think that this might be it. Let me see it from the other angle. Yeah, definitely. He can now definitely climb this, but still it is not too steep, so he won't be in risk of falling. Yeah, I think that I will leave it like that. And also now I need to figure out where I want to add the second corkbark. For the plant, right? For the plant. Let's do this. The clay is done. I even had to mix another batch of clay because I ran out. And this one is a little bit more diluted with water. It wasn't intentional, but it is what it is. It's not a problem, just it will take a bit longer to dry. But I think that overall the enclosure is now looking sweet. Now, of course, I'm still lacking the UVB lamp here and heat spot. I will install that now in correlation to this place where he will actually bask and spend most of the time. I didn't want to do that in advance, but first we will let all of this dry out. So time jump, and quite a while passed since the last scene, so I'm not really sure how I ended that scene, but the enclosure is now basically ready. We just need to add a couple of more thingies, but let me show you. Now you see everything is dry, and even though there were a lot of cracks, like big cracks in the clay, I mixed up more clay and filled those gaps, so now everything is all nice and mostly smooth. I mean, there are still cracks, but these are small cracks in comparison to what was previously there. And of course I didn't record that because that wouldn't be so fun. Anyhow, now what we need to do? We need to install the light. I already measured where that will go, so that will be a quick operation. Then we need to add the dirt inside of these 2 tubes and add the plants. And then the enclosure will be basically over. I just need sand for this area, but unfortunately I still don't have the sand, and I will be adding that later, but that's not as important for now. The enclosure will be functional, and after that we can try and wake the despacito. I'm not sure how easy it will be, but I will sure try. I will get him out and I will put him in the kind of darker spot. Maybe I will put another corkbark tube to cover him partially, and then we will see how that will develop. But now lights, plants, and go. The lamp should now be exactly 30 centimeters from this wood, and that should be ideal for UVB absorption. Now the cable that is right here behind, and let there be light. What? Did the lamp die or what? I'm not really sure, but I don't like this. Oh no! Oh! What is up? Oh, cable wasn't pressed in enough, but now it's fine. Now you see a lot of light inside. Maybe even a little bit too much for the camera, I don't know. All right, now what we need? Now we need a heat lamp installed right here, so it shines on this area. I want this area to be super warm, of course. That was easier said than done, but okay, it is done. Yeah, this area should be really really warm. Now the plants, and for that I first need some clay balls inside as a drainage layer, because these plants, they don't like a lot of humidity. They don't like a lot of humidity at their roots. When I water them, I need to be sure that the excess water can go somewhere else and not stay in the roots or on the roots. Yeah, so that will be also easy because, you know, I have balls ready. It kind of sounds funny, right? This should be more than enough. Now the same thing for the other cork bark. Some more balls. Okay, this is good. Some potting soil inside. I think that's enough. Yeah, maybe even a little bit too much. Let me remove some. All right, this is better fit. This one, the one that I will be putting here, this one, this is aloe vera. I think that's the English name. And the other one, I don't really know, but I was Googling about safe plants for bearded dragons. These two should be safe. There we go, I think. And voila, this is it. I'm loving this. Honestly, this is now satisfying my expectations, especially with plants. They are definitely adding the final touch to the enclosure. Yeah, it is ready for Despacito, so let's get him, let's wake him up. Actually, I will take just a second. And at this critical moment, unfortunately, my recording equipment failed, but you can see me waking up Despa, and he was opening his eyes slowly, and then I picked him up and slowly, really carefully, I brought him into the enclosure where I realized what happened. Oh, and I just spotted that my microphone was not working for the past like 10 minutes, so it actually ran out of battery, you see. I guess I did some narration or something like that in the video, but let's get back to Despacito. There he is, and I think that he is waking up definitely, because you see he is holding his head up high, and it will definitely be a process. I'm sure that he cannot just instantaneously snap out of it, but I will try to give him some water to see if he wants to drink, and then give him a bit of time before moving him over there on his heated area. So I'll put the camera here to see what is happening with him, and we are going to wait a little bit. You, Despacito, just take it easy, don't worry, we have time. It looks like someone's on the move. Despacito, are you checking out your new environment? You don't really seem super stable. So I think that I will leave him now to be alone for one day, and then tomorrow he should be at full power. So one time jump, and today I walked into a dark den, and this is what I found. A familiar face looking at me. Despacito. I gave him some food. He already took a piece of this and also a piece of tomato, but I gave him tomato because there is a lot of water inside, and yeah, I think that he needs water even though he doesn't want to drink. But he is looking now all right, right? He climbed over there all by himself. I mean, it is not hard to climb because you see he can approach from here to up here, but at least he was searching for a warmer spot that is more exposed to the UVB. Ain't that right, Despacito? Now I will give him a couple of roaches, just a couple, and we will call it a day. Because he always prefers roaches, you know, he's not really a guy that enjoys healthy food. But I finally get a chance to show off this shirt. I'm having it for quite a while now, but I was waiting for... In case you don't know, this is Starship, and that's the SpaceX rocket project. They are working on some really cool stuff, and they finally managed to land it, even though it exploded 8 minutes later. But yeah, Starship hype. Okay, roaches. I will take a few because I also want to give some to Felix. First we will give one to Felix because you see he is eagerly waiting for it. Yeah, I know that you are. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know that you won't fire that tongue. And I don't want to keep Despacito waiting. Espa, are you ready for some roaches? I'm pretty sure that you are. Oh yeah, he is interested. Grab it, Espa. So after 3 months, or maybe even more, no, not 3 months, at least 4 months. First roaches after 4 months. Crazy. Another one. Oh, you missed. Yeah, he's also eager to eat. That is a great thing that he got appetite. Even though I would prefer that appetite for healthy stuff. Let's see if he will calm down. Can we get some action from you? Oh. That wasn't really elegant, you know. There you go. And maybe grab something from here. Tasty food. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, I need to bring something else for him. He's just so picky when it comes to vegetables. So annoying and so hard to satisfy his needs. But that is it. The Despacito is right there. And now imagine this. Up here in Despacito, the desert environment, and down here, the green tree monitor in completely lush and green environment. Something like Felix enclosure, but I think that it will be even better in terms of more plants variety. Yeah, that will be interesting thing to set up. But let's conclude this video with Despacito in the shot. Well, Despacito hopes that you enjoyed this video. If you did, he wants you to thumbs this video up and comment something. And if you want to support this channel more, there's a Patreon page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload on Monday and Friday. So see you again soon. Bye.